here. Again, if you guys have any questions, please comment. We'd love to interact with you to answer those questions while we're live. So
this is too much.
Yes, we have a diffuser just popping off and all the things.
We're diffusing our essential oils.
And I'm in Heather's home, and Heather's home is just full of essential oils. She's got diffusers and sprays and so many amazing solutions just for anything and everything you could think around the house. And she's inspired me to do a lot in my house too. So we have both reviewed some science and some articles and are just going to kind of dive into it. So I will let Heather take the lead because she is really the expert on this.
So, essential oils are obviously, the essence of a plant. They get created, I don't know, I'm not good with words. They get created through usually a distillation process or a cold press process, and are then used in most cases topically or as aromatherapy. There are some essential oils that are okay to be digested, but you have to be very, very careful when doing that. Definitely have a carrier oil, definitely check the oils that you're using. You want to make sure that you are using absolutely pure oils. There are brands out there that are very great. Many of you know the brands that I like, but we will not be discussing that today because we want to talk about some of the experiments that we have found that are going around. Essential oils have been around since the dawn of man. You obviously can think of the three wise men who brought the gifts of frankincense and myrrh, which are some ancient oils that have amazing properties for the immune system and health and just tons of great things. The as of now, I would say they have only newly started doing some actual scientific experiments on these essential oils. It is hard to get funding for experimentation because they are a natural thing. You can't patent something that is natural, that comes just from the earth. It doesn't get a patent because it is. So because there's no patent on it, there's no hardcore experimentation. There's not a lot of funding. The earliest experiment that I found was 2010, as far as using them at a cellular level for things like cancer or I don't know, different issues that people might have. What I found was that there are certain essential oils out there that really have great medicinal value. And that's what I think is so cool. My personal beginning in using essential oils started because I had back pain. I had really bad back pain. I ended up having a surgery, but prior to the surgery, I had probably about 14 years of just pain. And I found an essential oil that I used as like just a roller ball, and I put it on my back, and it was amazing. It was the only thing that gave me some relief. And so I have since continued using my essential oils. And I have found so many other uses for them. I use them in my skincare products. I use them, God, and everything. Like I use them in cooking. I use them obviously as aromatherapy. Um, there's something for everything, I swear. But as far as what Holly and I kind of discussed, we kind of were talking a lot about cancer. I have had quite a few friends that have been suffering through breast cancer and different kinds of cancers. And so that prompted me to do some research because I had heard different things. I know some people that have claimed that frankincense has cured them and has stopped their cancer from coming back. I know people that have chosen to do a after cancer regimen of um, frankincense oil daily, a drop of frankincense under the tongue, and they say that, that is supposed to prevent them from the cancer coming back. Obviously, there's no science that says this is absolutely true. There's no,
A lot of the studies, right, are more like aromatherapy based. The
yes,
ingestion part is not usually studied. It's kind of this aroma part.
right. It's
And that's
topical or aromatherapy. Yes,
the real
definitely.
medicine, right, is in the ingestion.
Well, not necessarily. One of the cool things about essential oils is that they can get into your bloodstream just from putting it on topically. Obviously, there's good points, pressure points, the base of your backbone, the base of your neck, your wrists. There's pressure points. If you put them there, then it obviously might go a little faster to where you want it to go. But by just applying it topically, it can get right into your bloodstream and travel to wherever it needs to go. It can go to your brain. It can go to your organs, your liver, your kidney. They travel wherever they are needed, basically, and to solve whatever issue they might be solving. One of the cool things that I have learned is just kind of like how it reacts at the cellular level. So once it is in your bloodstream, cells are these, obviously these tiny little things, and I am not a scientist, so I don't have all the right words. In fact, I'm very bad with big words. But
She's very modest. Heather knows a lot about science.
So basically, that at the cellular level, the cells have a membrane that is a tough membrane to break through, and not all drugs or whatever thing that you're taking is easily can easily get through that membrane. And so essential oils are lipid soluble, and they are tiny little molecules. So they actually can break through that membrane, which is one of the cool things about them is they can break through that membrane and work in that cell and try to correct whatever is bad about the cell, like making it good. Yeah.
Too, you think like you talk about like hormones. Most hormones in the body don't have that lipid solubility. And what does is like steroids, right?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you could almost equate the way that they work on a cellular level to like a plant steroid.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so it's just really cool. And so I was looking up some like, I don't know, science labs and things like that, experiments and whatnot, to see what backs up these claims as far as like what essential oils can do in the world of cancer. And um, most of the experiments thus far are on a petri dish, so they're not at the point where they're in humans. They have done some experimentation on mice and rats and things like that, but they don't have a lot of experimentation on humans. The only experiment that I saw that was on humans was on a skin cancer patient who had an actual melanoma on their, I don't know where it was. It didn't really tell me that, but so on their skin. And it was they used frankincense oil on it, and I believe it said they applied it multiple times daily, but daily for 14 days, and they showed the next picture that it was gone. I don't know how 100% true that is or not, but I don't know. I personally kind of believe in it. In all of the studies that I've found, they show that frankincense and thyme are two of the essential oils that can actually kill cancer cells, and they can actually stop regrowth of them. Again, not experimented in humans, but on a petri dish, it's working. And so a lot of the claims are saying that these experiments are saying that this is promising and this is something that should be researched further. So it's exciting because that's something new and it's holistic, and it's not, when you have to go through chemotherapy, you are killing every cell from head to toe, and you are just being completely poisoned, and it's no fun. And how great would it be if we could find a different way? And I don't know if they have to use the frankincense and turn it into some drug that they can, you know what I mean, that they can manufacture and call it whatever they're going to call it. But
about sort of where we're at with healthcare and the way that it's changing. Do you think that we're getting closer, or that there's prospect that we could do more?
I think that unfortunately, if you want to find a holistic doctor, it's expensive and it's hard to find one. I haven't even myself gone that far. But I know some people that have, and when they start telling me the costs that they accrue to do the things that are, I'm like, wow, it's a lot, and your insurance isn't going to cover it, because it's holistic. It's not what's common. And with big pharma, there's no competition. So it's really difficult, I think, for any holistic ways to get pushed in and become the norm or become what people do. So it's kind of like this background thing that we have to, like, just raise awareness on ourselves. And, like for myself, like I said, I've used these essential oils. I have one that is for digestion that I rub on my dog's belly. And I mean, I'm telling you, he ate 4 sticks of butter. I mean, he's like a 90-pound dog, but still, he ate 4 sticks of butter one night, and I'm laying in bed with him, and his stomach literally was, it had engorged. It was blown up so big, and I was so nervous and so scared that it was going to flip. And so I used my digestive oil on it, and I just rubbed it on his tummy, and I put a little on his gums because I'm like, oh yeah, I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to take him to emergency. It's the middle of the night. It's going to be so expensive. I'm like, I've got to find a way to save him. So, and lo and behold, like 15 minutes after I rubbed it on his tummy. I mean, gross, but he was just farting away. His stomach just flattened out. Like he finally fell asleep. Like, I mean, it was like the sweetest thing because I was like, I saved him with my essential oils.
But really, it's that experiential like evidence.
Yeah.
It seems like we have a lot of that, and it does matter. Our experiences. You turned me on to copaiba. I was in a car accident in 2018, and I'm 26 years old, and I have herniated discs in my neck. And copaiba was a huge pain relief tool, and I live pain free every day. Thankfully, the age of my injury probably helped me to heal, but the copaiba definitely helped. So I know you know some things on that. Could you speak a little bit to copaiba?
Yeah, sure. So copaiba is a essential oil blend that is put in place of like a CBD oil. Because of the controversy with CBD, they have come up with something else that is all legal and all natural as well, but has a lot of the same effects as a CBD oil. It carries the so there's this is a big thing. So there's two cannabinoid receptors in your body, and the CBD oils, some, if it carries the THC, then obviously it has more that will react with your CB1. And your CB1 is the one that is going to create, like, psychotropic. Yeah. Right. It's going to create the psychotropic things, and while most CBD oils do not carry a lot of it, they still are, even if they have no THC in them, they still are going to react with that receptor. Therefore, you're not going to get high necessarily, but you might have a little bit of like a, lightheaded or, calming effect, things like that. Whereas the copaiba is only going to react with because what the ingredient in copaiba is it's beta chloro, BCP, I think it is. I have to look that up so that I don't say it wrong.
BCP or BCH.
Yeah, I forget. I have my quick guide here.
This is so great. Heather has a whole folder full of research articles. And she says she's not into the science.
Well, I know. She's like, we need to do the science. And I'm like, I don't do science. I don't know anything about that.
This is what is so great, like how we can blend these spiritual and scientific practices and really understand them while integrating that spiritual nature into it too.
And so that's why I don't know this word, because I can't even say it.
Why that? Why did you find it?
Beta-carotene. So it's BCP.
BCP.
And the BCP that is in BCP is another cannabinoid. You've got CBD and you've got BCP. They're two different cannabinoids. And CBD oils also have BCP in them as well, but they only have, I think, Yeah, 5 to 35% BCP. And then the copaiba itself has almost 60% BCP. So it has a higher level of that. And it attacks only your CB2 receptor. So your CB2 receptor is the one that is going to carry it through your immune system, create any medicinal, have all the medicinal values like lower pain, lower inflammation. So basically, just like the other essential oils, it's going right into your cells and it's going to lower the inflammation in those cells by breaking through the cell membrane and curing the cell from the inside. And so there's the thing about essentials, they work from the inside out, and it's, you don't always see it right away, but it's working. I take copaiba every day. I take frankincense every day. I take a ridiculous amount of things every day, but I'll bet you I don't get cancer. But no, and copaiba also has a lot of great things about it as far as calming and immune system. It affects a lot more than just like pain relief. It's just so many things. It's another oil that's kind of like frankincense.
Nervous system, right? Mm-hmm. So it's going to be very systematic because our central nervous system is kind of shooting out to all the different subsystems in the body is not targeted but effective in a big way.
Absolutely. And that's another thing about frankincense and copaiba is they both are considered enhancer oils. Mm-hmm. So like if you take frankincense, say you want to calm down and you take some frankincense with some lavender, topically, don't drink it, but with the carrier oil. With the carrier oil, yes. So if you are doing frankincense and lavender, it's going to enhance the lavender. It's going to help boost it. Same with copaiba. Both of them will boost whatever essential oil they are mixed with because of their properties. Because that's how they work, Yeah, definitely, as far as usage of oils, I always recommend using a carrier oil. If you don't know, I was big on learning about them. As soon as I started getting really into them, I started just doing all this research and learning. And I have gotten to a point where I know what oils are hot. I know what oils react to my body in certain ways. I know what I can do with certain oils, but you have to be careful. Like oregano, for instance, is an oil that is a hot oil. And you could burn, you could burn your skin, you could burn your insides. You want to have it also tastes gross, but it
speaks to the medicinal quality of it. We're dealing with some heavy duty plants here, and a peppermint drop or a super concentrated distilled drop of oregano.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing too. You have to be careful when buying essential oils. There's so many out there that are actually synthetic. There's no regulation on essential oils. No one is regulating whether they want to call it pure or not. And that's something to know, because that's the thing is that you can look, you can find an oil on Amazon or wherever, and it'll say that it's 100% pure, but you don't know that. There's no way of knowing that.
They're allowed to say, this is organic, or
yes,
and organic. It may be organic, but it may be having other additives in it too. And I don't think that there are any USDA organic oils. So
there's nothing.
All natural or pure. They're allowed to use these types of words when they may not really be
100% truthful. So I would always suggest do the research on the companies that you're getting them from. If you're using them to diffuse, to make your house smell nice, it probably doesn't matter. But if you're using them because you want to have medicinal values from them, then you need to be very careful for sure. And everyone knows I like my company that I go with, and they do the research. You have to find the people that do all the research.
So Heather does the research, and I'm just gonna plug her really quick. So on the Divine Unity website, you can actually book a 5-person or 10-person class with Heather to learn how to do all of these homeopathic things, which is amazing. Like my first experiences with essential oils was, somebody at yoga wanted me to spend $200 on like this starter package, and I was like, I don't even know what it does, like. So this is really practical information for just how you can take these things and use them in your home, how you can make sprays, how you can cook with them, how you can do all of the different home things that we're able to do with oils. She also has a pretty awesome coronavirus bundle available through however long the coronavirus is here.
Right?
And disclaimer, we are not saying that this is a cure for coronavirus in any type of way at all.
It's a hand sanitizer, a mask refresh. I have these are just some examples of things that I make out front of us here too. But I have a mask refresh, which you can squirt on your mask, and it will kill any bacteria or virus stuff from being over your face, and also will give you a nice pleasant smell, so that when you put it back on, it can be not that dirty old gross breath smell. Yes, and then I have a hand sanitizer that I make that I absolutely love, and it is made with an essential oil that has antiviral, antimicrobial, antibacterial properties, and I also put some coconut oil in it as well, and that makes it so that it's moisturizing rather than the usual hand sanitizers that you put them on, and I'm just like
very dry.
Oh, I can't stand it. And then I do a roller ball with I call it the flu bomb. I put frankincense, lemon, oregano, on guard, and tea tree oil in it, and that one is meant to kill. I don't know about that. It's not that great smelling because of the oregano and everything, but to each his own.
I just like Italian things.
I know, right? So, but it definitely, you can put it at the base of your spine or on the bottoms of your feet, and that has helped me a lot as far as like if I get, if I feel like I have a little cough or something, I do that every night, and it always seems to help. And then there was, the disinfectant spray is in the Corona package as well. And that is a spray that you can just use as a room spray, or you can spray it, on surfaces and clean them kind of like your Lysol, except for holistic. Yeah.
And you two will be offering, I know, a master class coming up pretty soon. So,
yes, I would like to. I am planning some Zoom classes probably as far as oil education, and in those classes I can talk about the company that I like the best, and I can talk a little bit more about ways to purchase essential oils, and also ways to, if you can't afford to purchase them, possibly purchase things that are made with them, or I can show you how to make some things yourself.
Heather, thank you so much. Seriously, I think I just learned more and more. I've been doing the oils with her for 2 years, and I am still not anywhere close to the level. Can we really quick before we wrap? Will you show everybody your?
Oh my God, my collection.
Your collection.
So I have it in my little travel case because we recently did a little show.
Look at that! There's 100 oils in there.
There's 103. And that's just the ones I use.
She doesn't sell these.
Yes, this is my personal usage. This is what I use. And strangely enough, I can pick any one out and it's like almost empty, because I use them. I use them for so much. And I have them still in here, but I have them placed. Some are in my medicine cabinet in the bathroom, some are in my kitchen, some are in my bedroom by my bed. I have them placed all over the place. I have one here because my digestive one is here because my dog had a stomach ache last night. I heard his stomach gurgling, so I'm always like,
treats, right?
Oh, yeah. He ate a whole bag of a Costco-sized bag of treats. He always eats something.
Always some digestion.
Yeah.
Digestion oil, right?
Yes. Always. It's great. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining in.
And this will be on YouTube later. If you guys have questions after the live and you want to drop them, Heather is an admin in this group and she'll be able to see those and answer those.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Live well, be well, and have a wonderful Sacred Science Sunday. Namaste.
Namaste.